Hey guys, welcome back. So today's episode is going to be a lot different than the normal Retro Ralph episode. The reason why is that I was cleaning out my storage closet and I just realized how many things I've neglected in that thing for a long period of time. I've covered consoles on the channel before, but the channel's been primarily arcade gaming. And I just thought it would be nice to kind of shed some light on some of the consoles I love. And the thing was, when I was going through this closet, I found so many great games and systems. You know, I have a Sega Saturn and a 3DO hooked up behind me on CRTs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with this. So I wanted to share my passion for that. So in the next couple episodes, we will be doing things that feature some of these old consoles. And I'll try to put, you know, a little spin on it to make these different than maybe some of the other content that's out there on retro consoles. But what I thought I'd do, which would be fun for a different kind of episode, is I want to show you this storage closet. Now, it didn't look like this before. It looked like a total mess, but maybe what you'll find is there may be some gems in this closet, and it might give you a hint as to what we'll be covering, you know, in the future on the channel. So let's go check it out. All right, guys, let's check it out. So before we go into the closet, I'll show you some of the stuff I have set up in this room. You go right here on the right-hand side, you have a TV here, and you've got all like console stuff and things that I've been sort of playing with. Got the OSSC, that's a necessity if you're into the retro gaming stuff, which is cool. That's the PC that I stream all my stuff from, which I built myself a while back. It's actually still pretty damn good for being a couple years old. This is all my streaming stuff. I've got my desk cam there. That's the main camera that's facing me when I'm doing live streams and things like that. And I have my two lights set up there. And then I've got some of my audio mixer stuff and, you know, various different things, iPad and stuff like that. You got a couple of arcades in here. I got the AtGames Legends Ultimate. I've got a Marvel Superheroes, that's a special edition. I love that one, that arcade 1-up. I got the new Rec Room Masters Vertical, which I've reviewed on the channel. I had to pull the video down, but I will be doing another video of that really soon here. And then I got this rack of a bunch of stuff that I just really love. I've got my NES, I've got a PC build that I'm actually working on right now. And then you got these cool CRTs. These are awesome. These are Sony PVMs. These are really, really neat, and we're gonna cover those in the channel in a little bit. So I'm definitely really excited about that. And then I got a Sega Saturn there, and then a 3DO. On the next shelf down, you've got this really cool little shelf with that little, you know, kind of arcade carpet looking thing, and that's where I keep some of these cool new wave toys things that I just think are really freaking neat. And just various different things that I like. And then on the bottom shelf, before we go into the closet, that's actually an arcade board that's called the Darksoft mod. So it's based on a CPS2 board, and it works like an Evercade. You can actually load multiple arcade games in a single arcade cabinet. It's really neat. But it runs on original hardware. That's a Super Nintendo that's JAMA, and that's my Super Gun. All right, let's go into the closet. It's right over there. Okay, before you judge me, yes, the closet is pink, so just who cares? It's pink, all right? It's pink, and it's got a bunch of soundproof stuff all over it. But anyways, the thing you're greeted with when you first walk in is this Retro Ralph poster that someone made for me. That's really, really cool. I love that, and I'm excited that it means a lot to me because someone made it, you know, as the channel started to grow, so that's pretty cool. And then that's a signed Mortal Kombat little poster thing from Daniel Pesina that my buddy Chris got for me. Chris, who does the Ralph's Retrospect stuff. And then you got the Capcom Fight Stick. I have a cool new like mod thing for that I'm gonna work on, so I kind of busted that out because before I was kind of over it. This is the pipe for the lifestyles of the rich and retro.
So in this episode, let's explore the possibilities, because after all, like I said, we're rich!
If you guys remember that. Anyway, all right, so this little area kind of has various things for modding. I've got, you know, my not micro switches, but buttons and sort of bat tops and stuff like that. And then you got micro switches, my favorite micro switch of all, the D44X. This thing's awesome. These are Cherry micro switches, love those. Anyways, my favorite one. So anyways, there's various different junk in there, but this is all the stuff that I organized. So on the top, I got Nintendo Wii U stuff. I've got a whole bin full of handhelds. This is actually a Turbo Express, which I forgot I even had, which I'm stoked on. I found various different, this is crazy, but I found a bunch of Sega. I love Sega Genesis, so there's a Model 1 Sega Genesis. It's pretty dusty. I need to sort of clean that off. And then I have a Model 2 Sega Genesis as well. which is awesome. So I'm gonna start playing with those a little bit more. I love original hardware. I just haven't had a chance to really do much with it lately. I've got a bunch of Genesis carts here. There's some, Xbox One stuff. There's Evercade stuff. There's 3DO games. There's even some unopened 3DO games, which is pretty cool. I probably need to take better care of those. I've got, more Genesis carts, a bunch of Dreamcast stuff. So check this out. So I would be willing to bet that this Dreamcast has probably got a GDEMU in it, but let's just double check, because that is something I covered on the channel a while back. Let's see, does it have a GDEMU? Are you hiding in there? Oh, yes you are. All right, anyways, GDEMUs are cool as hell. These discs on these systems aren't gonna last forever, so having a GDEMU is pretty cool. All right, we're gonna put that back. I'm wasting time, you're wasting time. All right, we got another Dreamcast. For some reason, I have a million Dreamcasts. There's some Nintendo Wiis here. One of them's actually a JAMA Nintendo Wii, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. More Genesis carts, my N64 stuff. We've got this little fight stick that I test things out on. This is pretty cool. I have a little Brooks encoder board hooked up to it. This has not got great buttons and joysticks. It's just a test device. But that Brooks encoder board, the Universal Fighting one, is pretty damn cool. If you're looking for a good encoder board, they're great. They're just a little expensive. And then we have various cables and things like that. Just tons of stuff here. A lot of it's to hook up retro consoles. Then there's some random arcade stuff. It's just access door for an arcade that I haven't opened yet. And then you got a bunch of stuff down here that's really video production type things. My green screen is right here for when I, do live streams. I set that up behind me. All right, let's check out the other side of the closet. Okay, this side of the closet has a ridiculous amount of stuff. So there's lots of little clone retro. I didn't fart, by the way. That was just my foot, I promise. There's a bunch of clone consoles here, the Neo Geo Mini. This little guy is really fun. It actually has a bunch of Genesis games loaded on it. I don't remember where I got that, but stuff's collecting everywhere. I think that's a PSP 2000 back there. Genesis Mini, it's the arcade one-up countercade! This next shelf down has got a bunch of stuff. There's actually a lot of giveaways in here that I've got to get to, but we've got, Hyperkin, clone consoles, you got a bunch of things in here. This I didn't even remember I had. This is actually really cool for those of you that have never seen it before. It's called the Super Retrocade. The cool thing about this is this has licensed games on it. You can add games, but it was really neat. I'm gonna show this on the channel because I think a lot of people have forgot that thing even existed. Then you got various different consoles. I was addicted to collecting clone Sega Genesis consoles for the longest time because they take carts, which I think is really cool. For those of you watching the channel, this is for Missile Command Ralph's Retribution. So we're gonna do that soon. I'm sure I'll suck at it, but whatever. And then when you go down here, they got JAMA harnesses right here. We got power cords, all sorts of stuff. Another extra OSSC. You're never gonna have enough OSSCs. One of my favorite, this little Evercade Street Fighter, which you saw earlier on the shelf. And then down here is a bunch of arcade stuff and hardware. This is a Silver Strike 2006. That's the Burger Board. I don't know if you remember that. In this episode, we're gonna review the Burger Board. I got, the Ultimark aim track. These are super cool. So if you don't know what this is actually sorry, I lost my train of thought there. This right here is a PlayChoice 10 game. So this is what a PlayChoice 10 game looks like. This is effectively Rush in Attack on the PlayChoice 10. And then right here, this one right here is actually Super Mario Brothers on the PlayChoice 10. So really cool stuff. I'm gonna do a video on these too. I actually have this PlayChoice and I've never really featured it on the channel, but I really want to. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. Something that I've always wanted to do a video on is this thing right here. This is actually a Sega Genesis with a JAMA connector on the end. How freaking cool is that? So a bunch of cool arcade stuff in here. I got 2 Atomis Wave systems that I've done various things with. This is a kind of a bootleg Street Fighter 4 board. And I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is Street Fighter, the game, the movie, I think. I don't know what I'll ever do with that, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool. And then there's various different junk and projects in here. There's always, spare control panels for Arcade 1-Ups laying around and things like that too. So lots of stuff in here. I'm really excited because I finally got a chance to organize it. I know it looks unorganized, but trust me, for me, this is very, very organized. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna do fun projects on the channel that are way different than what we've done before. So I'm just super excited about all of this, and I'm just glad that I have some organization in my life. All right, let's go to the desk and we'll do some final thoughts.
All right, guys, it's final thoughts time. So what do I think about, I don't know, what my storage closet, I guess. I think it's pretty cool. I was able to clean it all up and I found a bunch of stuff, and I'm so excited that I can sort of be reinvigorated and inspired around all of the consoles that I kind of dug up. So we're gonna be doing a lot more console stuff. The sky is kind of the limit. So we're not gonna deviate from arcades too much, but we're definitely gonna explore a little bit more on the console ends of things. That's it, guys. I just wanted to share this little bit with you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you like this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy content like this, and don't forget to turn on notifications to be informed of future videos. That's it for now, guys. We will see you on the next one.